Effecting change through the legal system. Justice in action. 7 months ago, America watched as a group of Somali pirates attacked the Maersk, Alabama, a cargo ship en route to Kenya. During the attack, the pirates held an American sea captain hostage. After a 4-day standoff, Captain Richard Phillips was rescued and brought to safety. But during that siege, the lives of the entire crew were changed as the men on that vessel were held for some 13 hours at 130 degrees in the hull of the ship. One of the crew members, Richard Hicks, was the first to file a lawsuit in that case, and I talked with his attorney, Houston lawyer Terry Bryant, about the events of that traumatic day.
During that time, they were not sure whether they would be able to leave ever again. So they were very in great fear of their life.
On November 18, 2009, the Maersk, Alabama was attacked again, but this time with a much different outcome. I have a quote from Navy Vice Admiral William E. Gortney. He says, regarding the most recent attack, this is a great example of how merchant mariners can take proactive action to prevent being attacked, and why we recommend that ships follow industry best practices if they're in high-risk areas. It would have been even better if the industry had been following best practices while in high-risk areas, such as the Maersk, Alabama was in when attacked previously back in April of 2009. I spoke with Terry Bryant again this morning, and I asked him, what was the difference about the most recent attack, and what has changed since the April attack that gave this story a happy ending?
What is different is that these ship owners have apparently decided to take responsibility for protecting their crew members in a way that allowed these crew members to be, what I think is that our lawsuit that was filed back in May has had an effect on these shipping companies and their insurance companies. They've decided that the taking of their crew members' lives in a serious way and protecting the crew members' lives is an important business practice for them. It's important that the government not be the one to have to step up at taxpayer expense and provide security for private enterprise.
The attack yesterday is really evidence that the system works.
Yes, the system works because we have a very sophisticated judicial system that places responsibility on companies and insurance companies that are not doing the right thing for the people that work for them. Now, oftentimes, what happens in the judicial system is that change is brought about from bad things happening to people. For example, there are some products that have been improved on and made safer because of the judicial system and the justice that people were able to obtain for their injuries and things like that. So the judicial system brings about change that is good and safe for the public.
Effecting positive change. Attorneys that champion the causes of innocent victims put themselves into a crossfire where they are often ridiculed when in fact they are a catalytic force in changing laws that protect consumers from some of the greedy practices of big businesses that care far too much about profit and far too little about people. This is Cindy Speaker reporting from StateLawTV.